Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin our newscast with today's headlines. It looks like we've survived a very quiet hurricane season in the Lowcountry that ended at the end of November. Tropical Storm Chantal wreaked a little havoc around Myrtle Beach, but otherwise it was one of the calmest seasons in years. The National Weather Service says it's the first season in a decade that not a single hurricane struck the continental U.S. as a short-term weather pattern steered tropical storms away from us. Now, the actual number of storms ended up in the range of what was expected: 13 named storms, 5 which became hurricanes, and 4 that became major ones. And all of the troubles at Beaufort's Chambers Waterfront Park are forcing the popular dragon boat races next summer to move to Port Royal. Dragon Boat Beaufort's race day is scheduled for next June 27th and will now be held at the Bluff on Paris Avenue in Port Royal, with tents for the teams setting up behind the shed at Fish Camp and the rest of the charity event extending toward the Shell Ring. There'll be fewer teams and paddlers in each boat as well, and registration is expected to open at the beginning of April. And a longtime strategist for Nancy Mace, well, he was even her campaign manager 4 years ago when she was reelected to Congress, has left her campaign and urged voters to scratch her name from the list of Republican candidates for governor. Austin McCubbin knows how important the endorsement of President Trump will be in the campaign and accuses Mace of aligning with frequent Trump critics, Senator Rand Paul and Congressman Thomas Mace, both from Kentucky, over issues like the release of the Epstein files and by taking six-figure checks from the Kentuckians' Political Action Committee. Now, Mace's campaign says it was McCubbin who had earlier said that Mace would be the most pro-Trump and America First governor in the country if elected. And finally, here's a byproduct of Robert Kennedy's first year as the head of our federal health agencies. He's issued a directive instructing the CDC to end all in-house primate testing, primarily with monkeys, by the end of this year, casting serious doubt on the future of monkey experiments and obviously impacting monkey breeding and housing companies like Alpha Genesis in the Lowcountry. Alpha Genesis has received more than $110 million in federal contracts since 2008 and employs about 350 people. Now, the CDC has used the monkeys to test cures for the Zika virus, hepatitis, and other viruses. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on the screen. And remember, if you have a story idea or a news tip, you can just email it to us at news@WHHI-TV.com. And coming up after the break, we'll talk with Phil Cromer, the mayor of the city of Beaufort. He'll give us his monthly update. Don't go away.